It's not even giving what y'all said it was supposed to give. No.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl Kyler B coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be doing a Let's Talk About It, and let's talk about another installment of my Let's Talk About series, when we're going to be talking about After We Collided, which is the second installment to the movie After. I read the books, watched the first movie. If you guys haven't checked out, I did a whole movie review, and I also made reaction videos to watching the teaser and the trailer. So obviously I anticipated watching this movie. So I already watched it yesterday, and just try to get the feels about how things went. And we're gonna watch it again, and I'm gonna give you my little analysis review on it. So anyway, let's get right into this video. Yeah.
A rather pretentious way to open our story, but I've always had a flair for the dramatic. You see, this is our story. It's
interesting how they're doing the movie, basically recapping everything that happened in the first movie, which to people who are first-time viewers, it basically lets them know, okay, this is what happened, this is what happened. So it's kind of a nice touch that they just basically gave you like a quick recap of the entire first movie for the people who haven't watched it. Watch the first one.
A story you've heard before. Only difference is, this isn't that story.
Gave you like a little time jump, which was nice because obviously from the first book to After We Collide, there is a time frame of how everything add up, because it wasn't just like, oh, right after they found out about the bet, they got together. At least they showed us like, okay, a month has passed and for everything that happened. So it was quite nice, because it's kind of like if you're trying to keep up with the book, which they did pretty decently, trying to keep up with the book, but some of the things just seemed like it happened like right in the same time zone or timeline. So I'm just like, what? Because like a lot of things happened. So wow, the Anna Todd cameo, and then the producers over there. The fact that the line was, what books have you written? Like, but then again, it kind of makes sense, because they're trying to get the person to pitch into the Advanced expansion. So it's like, okay, obviously they're talking about books and stuff like that. So, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, you never kiss that anymore.
Yeah, but when you were kissing that guy, I was fucking Molly.
What? 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 Damn. Wow.
Fuck!
Yeah, you messed up, dude. I had to sit in front of the scene, and I was just like, a lot of their scenes, I was just like, not in front of my salad. Like, not in front of my salad. Like, no. I was just like, cringe. Even though, like, I already knew what was going to happen, I was just like,
What car did you get?
Cringe. Anywho, yeah. Or where she goes to her mom's house, it's just like, It's so funny that Dylan Arnold's only part of this movie is just him coming up to tell her nice reels, vroom vroom. And I'm just like, him just basically saying like, oh, you're that. I mean, okay. And having dreams from a kid, and then it translates to him still having the same dreams when he's, you know, older. No. Oh my gosh.
Are you hungry?
No.
No.
I mean, that was some good acting though, because he's basically supposed to resemble Hardin, kind of antisocial.
Tell me about your train.
So that was pretty decent. Oop, let's.
I knew that night that I had to go. No! After that night, you had to stay! And you didn't! That night happened because of you! Yes! And I have been on it by the last 10 years! It haunts you! I fucking watched it happen, you bastard!
Oh, oh, oh.
Sorry, Mom. I had to. No, wait. You don't have to get an Uber. I can give you a ride.
Shit, just pause. Not to mention you're drunk.
Be like, we in this for the long haul, okay? A long haul with many bumps, okay?
I just loved how you said next year.
With many bumps that you're gonna have to take a break. You're gonna have to pull over to the side. You're gonna have to call AAA.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, like what?
Truth.
Is it true that you're a whore?
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck did you just call me? No, I didn't call you anything. I just asked you a question. Are you a whore? You have to answer honestly because it's called truth for a reason.
And oop.
It is.
Oh. I mean, this fight was alright. Okay. They actually put in some work into it. Okay, I see them. Oh, she punched her? Okay. Oh. 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 Okay. Alright. Okay, I don't understand this. The light's red. She's at a stop sign. It's red. Now it turns green. She's about to go. She has the right of way. So why is a car running a red light her issue? Bro, him running after his ambulance, bro. This is so.
Trevor, what the fuck are you doing with Tessa's phone? I'm with her now. Let me talk to her. That's not gonna happen. Trevor, I'm not fucking playing with you. Shut the fuck up and listen to me. You're toxic and you're bad news.
Close phone.
You're just never gonna leave me alone, are you?
I tried.
Dad?
Dad. I guess we'll just have to find out.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of the movie. Now let me give you my takes, my analysis on the whole thing. So we reached the end of the movie, and here's my take. So they did good in implementing, you know, parts from the book. Like there were like a good handful of parts that you could really just be like, that's exactly word for word from the book. So I think Roger and Anna, they really was like, okay, let's have this part from the book in here. They added that. And they did good with that because they're trying to appease the fans of, you know, the book. Like adding the skate skate scene, which was like, okay, since a lot of things are, you know, changed, because the first movie, basically, it's a domino effect. So they had to like work with what they, you know, have to work with. Because since the first movie did not implement the whole Zed situation and everything was kind of turned, they have to like try to fix it. And it's just kind of like, ugh, because like them going to ice skate was kind of like a nice little segue, you know. Oh, I like for them doing the whole birthday thing, instead of like, okay, Tessa coming back from Seattle and then with Hardin, and then them going to Target to get, you know, the purple beanie and stuff like that. It was just like, oh, these are some ideas that we can do for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. So they go to ice skating, and then they go to yoga, which the whole yoga thing was like at school. And the thing is, I think they didn't know where to go with the whole school situation, like the whole campus situation, because like they did not even show where Tessa was living beforehand. So even before she came back to grab her things, like they didn't really have any other place. They showed you her going to work at Vance Publishing, her being in the hotel room, then from the hotel room, her grabbing her things from the loft. They actually changed it up. You can see how they changed it up and made it like having bedrooms, because the whole loft was just basically a bed in the middle, like in the middle of a room with like a tub there. But they obviously, you know, made the layout a little bit bigger, and like, okay, this is the bedroom, this is the kitchen, and like they didn't have that before. They had like a door and a bed right here, and then like, oh, you see the things. So I mean, they tried to, you know, patch it up and try to make it work, which was, you know, you got to give them a little credit for, but it just really didn't give. It didn't really give what it was supposed to give, you know, what it's supposed to gain, you know. But, you know, the whole dad, that's like literally from the book, because that's how the book ended. It was just like, oh, she finds her father in an alley, and then can they revise? Can they, like, what's the word? Can they, you know, recover from this? Can they recover and start, you know, being on track? They're currently filming in Bulgaria, both the third and fourth movie. So it's just like, if the third movie does not hit, the fourth movie would not hit either, because they're filmed by the same director, and they're kind of like trying to do it as like, you know, how all the other trilogies, book to movie adaptation trilogies, happened with like the last movie always is always a 2-part movie. But After We Fell is a very chunky book. It's the biggest book of the whole series, and I think that After We Fell is my favorite book, because it just, so many things happen. So many things happen. It's like they're on this, like, you know, there's a big bump in the road, but so many things happen. That's why it's my favorite. After Ever Happy is just like the saddest book, and then you kind of get like a little bit of like happiness, like at the very, very, very end. That's probably not even in the book. That's just probably like the epilogue thing. But I'm just like, that was the worst. Like, going through that book was just like, really? Like, After We Collide was okay, but and then After We Fell was just the best. But that book is very chunky, so I'm just like, how are they gonna fit? Like, they're gonna have a movie, sure. Is it gonna be 2 hours? Maybe. And then they're gonna have, you know, After Ever Happy, but I mean, I feel like they're gonna do like another cliffhanger moment, and then that's where it leads into the fourth movie. I would say, in terms of cinematography, they did well with doing certain things. But if the first movie had more dialogue, had more speaking moments, you know, had more different scenes and not so many montages, I think the first movie would definitely surpass this. This movie was it was just basically, even though that's basically what the book kind of is, this movie is basically just like, they actually had some more in-depth scenes, but I did not like how the whole Hardin and Ken thing happened. It was just like, oh, you punched me in the face, and then oh, they're on the phone talking like, oh, I'm sorry, oh, it's a blah blah blah. Like, that's not how it happened. They actually had, like, they really went into depth with their whole, you know, family dynamic thing, and it's just like in the books, and I'm just like, them just talking on the phone saying, like, Hardin just apologizing to Ken about it, it just doesn't seem like a big, closure type thing. Like, are they supposed to be moving on from now? They're supposed to be good. Like, it's a big whole thing. Like, don't Hardin goes to therapy for this whole situation? So I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, they're just gonna have this whole thing wrap up with a phone call? Like, no. Well, I would say this is a masterpiece, no, but hopefully these third and fourth movies will, come through, do better. I mean, I feel like this movie, they had to work with what the first movie gave them. And, they're trying to recover from what the first movie did. So, I mean, I understand where it went, so how it went. So, I mean, it's okay. Like, they implemented a lot of scenes, because I was just like, oh, okay. So, they implemented Ken's party, Vance getting engaged to Kim. Sweet, nice. Ken's Christmas party, nice. Dylan Arnold's only role was just like, bruh, he got paid dust. Yeah, in the movie. I mean, they gave Shane McGee little, some scenes. He got a couple scenes. He got a scene with Hardin. He got 2 scenes with Hardin. Or not 2 scenes with Hardin. He got 2 scenes with Hero. And then he had a scene with Joe. So, he did pretty good with, like, 3 different scenes. So, yeah. And they gave Louise, like, Louise had, like, quite a few scenes, which was nice. Yeah, with every book to movie adaptation, you're not going to get the replica of the book, like, that's for sure, but you can, like, you have to be satisfied enough with how the book goes, like you can miss a couple things here and there, like, doesn't matter, you can't just be like, oh, every single thing, because that's where, like, having a TV show comes to place. But some things, it just seems like some things are just a little off. Like, going from the books to the movies is just like, no, it's not, it doesn't hit the same, especially not having the whole Zed aspect to it, because Zed plays a major part of the entire series, which is just like having Trevor kind of be that type of person to come, like, oh, we're gonna have a, love triangle between them, which, I mean, Tessa paid Trevor dust. Like, yeah, there was just this one kiss that she gave Trevor for, like, just being thankful, but other than that, it wasn't, like, anything else. The movie was okay. Watch it if you guys want to watch it. I did, they did do fairly well with having book parts to the movie parts, so I would say, yeah, they did fairly well with that, but it was still missing some stuff, and that's all I gotta say. It was just missing something. Like, for people who actually read the books and watched the movies, how do you guys feel? Comment down below your thoughts, comments, and concerns. If I get too hype, I just hopefully for the After We Fell and After Ever Happy, which are the third and fourth movies, they try to build on this momentum of the second movie. Roger Kumble, he made this movie a more comedic than what it is. I feel like they did kind of bypass some things, because it feel like the bet that they have was minuscule, but they did try to bring it up a little bit to make it seem like, okay, it's not totally forgotten. Like, you know, at the New Year's party, you know, the whole, oh, you don't trust me, and you're always going to keep on bringing it up, and you haven't forgiven me, that type of thing. And then, like, her talking to Hardin's mother, Tessa's talking to Hardin's mother, talking about how, you know, it was a massive lie, it was a big lie, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, sure enough, they did try to, like, make sure, like, okay, this is still a big thing about their relationship, was the whole bet scenario, you know, the bet scenario thing. But I just feel like they kind of brushed it over in that movie. It was just like, sweep under the rug. Yeah, it was just basically swept under the rug. Other than that, it was okay. It was okay. Like, I'll give it that. It was an okay movie. They did their best. You can't really fault them. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, so anyway, guys, if you like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.